Hey, what's going on, Royal family? You guys already know it's the shiniest bald head on YouTube, back again with another spicy video. And guys, excuse my voice, I have been sick for the past couple of days, so I'm sorry that I missed out on some videos, but I got you guys, and we're gonna work on some tips that will help you get more kills and get more wins in Rebirth Island. So guys, do me a huge favor, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be part of the Naughty Gang of the Royal family. If you guys want more tips and tricks, because I got you, especially on this channel, we can give you guys all the best content that we can. Let's go right into the video. So when you guys watch this video, you will see tips pop up on the screen, and we're going to talk about how we were able to take advantage of it, or how we learn from our mistakes in this gameplay. So guys, let's go ahead and go right into it and have some fun. So now we're gonna get into the mind of MUGZY. You're gonna hear me talk about everything that was going through my head and what we were thinking about and how we were able to learn from our mistakes. Now, there is other ways to get more kill games in Rebirth Island, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. But we're gonna talk about how you can get 20+ kill games with just playing the game and going with the flow. So we're gonna take advantage of the mini map, and you're gonna see how there's an advantage to it and there's a disadvantage. So right here, I got the thirst. Now, I see on the mini map, there's multiple guys. I'm thinking that's the team. Now, I didn't realize there was two different teams until it was too late when I pushed to the left side and I downed two more. I thought maybe that was a full squad wipe, but I did not realize there was two teams fighting. So there's an advantage and a disadvantage of the mini map. It's going to be aggressive, but make sure you be aware that there's not another team right next to the team that you try to wipe. Now we're over here. We're regaining. Like I said, in this gameplay in Rebirth Island, you do die and you do come back. And that's okay. That's how you'll be able to work through it and get high kill games, and you'll learn from your mistakes. So now we're gonna work on the best weapons for high kills. For me, this one right here will be the Owen gun and the Swiss sniper. Now it's really up to you if you want to do an LMG, AR, SMG. It's really up to you and what combo you like to run with. And right now for me, it's the Owen gun with a high TTK AR, or Owen gun with the sniper. It really is. That's my favorite combo to run with for high kill games. Now what we're working is the angles, and how angles can give you a good advantage, and how being too aggressive can give the other person an advantage when they have the angles. So here, kind of working our angles, making sure we're plating, keeping aware of our audio, keeping aware of where people are at. So there you go. See, I'm popping my head out the window, and I found the person to the right side. And I was able to kind of work it. I'm still kind of moving around. I'm not staying still because we know there's multiple people here. We heard the audio. We went on top, got the thirst. We saw people on the right side. We make the move. We know the Owen gun's going to hit for us. It has one of the best TTKs in the game for the SMGs. We're getting the Qs that we want. And now this is where the advantage goes to the opponent when it comes to the angles and me being too aggressive. Right here. You see how the person's already aimed down sight on me? So he's already looking at me, already aiming at me, and me with my gun on the right side, still up top, not even ready for the shots, gives this person the advantage because they had the right angles. So remember, guys, work the angles correctly. I could have just worked in there a little slower, and I would have had an advantage by peeking in, peeking out with that gunfight. And of course, my teammate was able to help me, and we were able to regain. So like I said, work the angles and make sure you don't give the enemy the better angle when it comes to the gunfight. So now we're just gonna get our guns. We're gonna regain, moving around, hearing comms from the teammates, and every time I'm moving around, I'm looking around who is around me as well, not just the enemy, but what teammates are around me, and if I need a little bit of help, I know they got my back if they're nearby. So guys, if you guys are enjoying this, please drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be part of the Naughty Gang of the Royal family, because we're gonna be doing more tips and tricks and other types of content that will help you guys get better in Rebirth Island or in Warzone. So now we drop one. I'm regaining, trying to see where the other teammate's at. He's running scared. We're trying to push towards him, listening to audio. By the time we got to him, it was a little too late. He got into the vehicle and he disappeared. But sometimes that's okay, because now you're letting them come back with their teammates, and that equals more kills. And that's another video we're gonna talk about when it comes to farming kills. But right here, we weren't doing that. I'm not thinking about farming kills at all. We're just kind of going through the flow and trying to get more kills by just kind of working through the map. When to plate. Now, when you're plating, this is where you got to know when to plate and when to just plate up a couple, just one or two, and that's it, and regain. Me, I overplated here, and by the time I was ready to pull out the gun, it was way too late. But if I would have just stopped right there, I would have been able to regain and get this guy and have him down. So that was my fault from overplating. You don't have to fully plate up to reach out and get that gunfight. So that was my mistake right there. Movements and doors. Now, right here, I'm gonna get a nice little sexy headshot. I'm gonna get the thirst, and you're gonna see what I do to the door. I see the guy on the ping. I use the door to distract him, make him think I pushed in, and he was not ready for the sauce. So that's a perfect way how we distracted the enemy. Right here, I learned for the plating mistake right here. So right here, I'm working my angles when I'm plating, and then re-chowing. You see what I did? So I wasn't pushing in right away, or I wasn't moving forward. I was working the angles while plating. Now we're gonna keep moving, and we're using our comms with our teammates and making sure we're paying attention to where the opponent is at when it comes to a control center. Now right here, we're keeping an eye because we know those guys are gonna come back for their loot, and I'm going right back and getting my next 2 kills. Again, working the movements, working the angles, slide canceling, breaking the cameras. You see what I'm doing? Drop shotting. We're bringing out everything. Now you see the arrow. You can see the mini map that the last teammate's on top of the building, and that's what we're pushing to get that easy kill. And a lot of people forget that, like, how people always like wonder, like, well, how do you know I was up there? We just have to constantly look at the mini map. Look at the mini map, glance at it, and you know where the next person is at. And this is what this person right here was caught off guard and didn't even know. He was all surprised how we were able to get him and hit all those shots. The Owen gun is absolutely insane. But you see what I'm saying? We're keeping an eye. We're moving on the map. We're keeping an eye on the mini map. And people are always wondering how we find them. It's easy. It's just look at the mini map, and you'll find the next opponent, right? You'll find your next enemy. So now we're popping a UAV. We see there's a bunch of people to the left side, but we see a lot of people on tent. So I'd rather go to the tent side. More level gameplay. I'm not worried about people on different buildings right here. We were able to down one guy. Again, break the camera. Make the opponent think that we're pushing a different way. We go for the thirst, and we regain, and we played up. And our teammate was able to get the full squad wipe. And this just gets you hype. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it. Over here, we're still working the living quarters. Again, we got the full thirst right there, so there was no opponents at all. There's a vehicle around living quarters right here. He gets stuck. I'm able to use my movements and get him out the way. Now, again, being patient is what you're going to see on this next play. Now, the mini map, again, it popped up. We know where their teammates are at. We're going to be over here at Stronghold. Right here, this is where we got to hit our shots when it comes to having a sniper. Get that full thirst. We know there's 2 more people in the backside. Again, we're using the wall, using our cover, and we are able to hit that nice, sexy headshot. Now here, we know the gas is pushing him out, so I'm being patient. Yes, my boy Hazmat is in the bottom in that thirst. I'm watching his back because I know there's one more person that's going to be pushing out. He might have a gas mask, and he's going to plate up and then push out, and there we go. We were able to hit our headshot and get him out and send the whole squad back to the lobby. And that's where patience wins sometimes. Sometimes over pushing will put you in a bad spot. Now, this is towards the end of the game. This is where we got to be clutch with our comms and hitting our shots as a sniper, especially for me. The reason why I stood back is because I have the God spot. Now, the God spot is when you have the best cover, the best high ground when it comes to the next circle. Now, even though they're going to have the high ground for now when they're over there at headquarters, I'm not worried about it too much because I have cover. And I know the circle is going to make them panic because they're going to be pushing away. Now, yes, my teammates are over there and they're making plays. But me, I learned to be patient. And I'm being patient right now because I have a sniper. So even right here, mid-game, right in the mid part of the push right here, I even told myself, yo, the storm is coming. They're all fighting, and sometimes you don't know where they're at. Sometimes they're gonna be camping in the other building. There's multiple squads right there, and you're gonna see the sad part about it is like now everyone's fighting, everyone's running out of the buildings, and they're panicking because the storm's pushing them back. So right here, I'm just taking advantage of my spot, right? The God spot, from what I've learned from my boy Flagrant in Apex, surprisingly, with that word, right? God spot, because it's true. You do get better position. And yeah, even though my teammates are dying, I'm keeping calm. I know I'm going to hit my sniper shots. These guys are all panicking, running out of the storm. So this is the last squad, right? So now I'm going to use my mini map. I'm going to get my thirst. I know one guy pushed to the right, so I'm going to get my thirst right here. He's panicking. We know the guys on the left side towards the tents. We see him on the mini map. and we know he's panicking as well. 1v1 situation. He tries to drop an airstrike. It was a good play. If I would have kept on pushing, he would have killed me. But we're gonna go right to the tents, and this is where we're gonna use our audio, our cues, and find out where he's at. So I'm gonna use a little bit of the high ground, kind of crouch a little bit, use the head glitch, pop a, get some extra stimmies just in case he tries to make a gas mask play. Now I have no more plates, but I'm listening to the audio cues. Even if he hears me, he's not gonna know if I'm at the top of the tents or behind the tents. So we hear him to the left side. He throws a stun. Again, we work to the right. We get a couple shots, work the angle, and that's how we get the dub. And Royal family, and those are the tips and tricks to get more wins and more high kill games. As you can see, I learned from my mistakes. We worked our movements, we worked our high ground, we were patient, and we got a 24 kill game and the dub. And guys, I'm telling you, you can do this as well, because this old man went from a low KD to over 3 KD now. And I'm telling you, you guys can do it too with time and patience with this game. And I'm telling you, it will happen for you guys. So if you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be part of the Naughty Gang of the Royal family. And I will catch you guys on the next tips and tricks video. Let's go.